We had the RE showcase. Okay, that was this past week, and you know I thought it was all right. People were expecting a lot from this, right, Sean?
Yeah.
A lot of expectations around this.
A lot of expectations. The only thing I said, the only thing I knew was for sure was that game, and then the multiplayer bullshit.
Yeah, and we were supposed
People were like, Resident Evil 1 through 3, getting an HD trilogy, there's gonna be 4 there. It was like, okay.
4 remake, Resident Evil 4 remake.
Yeah, I thought it'd be there.
They did show Resident Evil Village though. We saw that, and it looks good. I right now I think I'm sold on it. And then they dropped the demo. We got Maiden, and then they showed ReVerse for some reason. I don't know. It's Reverse. Okay, sure.
Yeah, they should have reversed their.
It was a shame. It was a shame. We can all agree. It was kind of. It was sad.
That game looks terrible.
Yes.
No, I was playing Resident Evil Revelations today, the raid mode, and it looks considerably better.
Did you notice that they had to shrink all the characters down to make them fit in the corridors correctly? So all the characters are like 5 foot tall.
The best thing was the gameplay they showed. Is the people playing. They could not play. Like no one was hitting each other in the gameplay. They showed like the guns were like shooting next to the people. I'm like, at least show good gameplay if you're gonna advertise the game.
Why do they keep shoot at their feet first?
Someone there really wants to make RE Online work. Like they really want to make some versus mode
but
work.
this has been going on for decades.
But they're still trying. Someone's like, okay, this time for sure.
I don't understand why the raid mode is so good in Revelations. Just make it 4-player co-op and make a dope raid mode. Just go. I don't understand why they keep trying this online multiplayer deathmatch type of thing that they're doing.
The problem is though, if you look at it, it doesn't look good. Like visually, like it looks like there's
like a weird cell shading.
It has that weird cell shading and color outlines of the characters, and just doesn't mesh well with the visual style that you look at a Resident Evil game. Because if you played even the amazingly mediocre Umbrella Core, I actually enjoy that game. Umbrella. Wow. It's not that bad.
That game's trash.
It had some shining moments.
That game's hot dookie. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, we had a very dedicated community, and we played it all.
You had a couple people.
You had like 12 of us.
That game died right after launch. Don't try to revisionist history over here, buddy. I played it. Okay, I'm a huge RE fan, and that game was dead like a couple weeks after it came out. Man, it was done.
We still played.
The problem is they showed Village. And then they showed Reverse, and it made it look even worse. Like it was to the point where they got to focus group this stuff, right?
Like a comic book.
I don't know if they're.
No, it looks like Comic Zone on the Sega Genesis.
It was like a beautiful RE engine. You're like, wow, RE engine's incredibly impressive.
I get to play ReVerse next week. I will give the down low of how bad this game is in 6 days.
What are you playing it on? The N gauge?
You got to remove the battery.
Shut up,
Oh no, yeah, it didn't look good. But what did look good was Resident Evil Village.
Division 2.
It looks very good. Village looks good. But then they also they shadow dropped that Maiden demo. Jake, you get a chance to play that?
I did not play the demo yet. No.
It is completely worth playing. It's very short. It's like 3 gigabytes, which on the PS5, the PS5 continues this really turn around with the download speed. Took like 30 seconds to download this thing, which was awesome. Wow. Fired up. It's like, I mean, this thing's like half an hour long, if that. Probably less than that, right? It's short. And I think I beat it in 13 minutes. I was walking around taking screenshots and video. I was getting all these angles and stuff, and then I finished, and it was like 23 minutes. So I was like, that was it.
Would you say it's very similar? Because I haven't had a chance to play it yet. Would you say it's very similar to like the demo we got for Resident Evil 7 before it came out, where it's not part of it? It's just a little teaser.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. It's kind of not the kitchen. Kitchen was the VR demo. It was it's like the RE7 demo where you're the guys walking into the house through the show. It's similar to that. You're going into an area that will be in the full game, but the sequence is completely unraughted to the campaign.
Yes. Yep. You walk around and
get scared.
You know, there were some interesting moments where they had some audio stuff going on in the game, which was interesting, where they tried to throw sounds around you, kind of.
Did they use the DualSense to put in any sounds coming out of that speaker?
I don't think so. No, they didn't really put the DualSense on display in this. I think they were trying to do here was just show us how good the game is going to look natively, because everything we saw up to that point was just through stream, and the game looks like incredible on a good display. It looks like outrageously good.
Now,
What do you think the current gen or last gen, whatever you like, the PS4 and Xbox One versions are going to look like? Because it's interesting that there's no demo for those, right?
Yeah, this was a like Resident Evil said, this was like an exclusive thing for Sony apparently, and that another demo is going to follow up in a month or two is what they were saying. So I'm curious if the PS4 and the Xbox One get that same demo, because people are really going to look at those versions of the game. But this is certainly them saying, look how good this game looks on the PS5, because there's no combat in it. You just walk around, you do like some very minor puzzle stuff in it, and then they have an abrupt ending kind of thing to kind of give you a feel of what's going to happen in Village. But visually it actually feels like next gen looking.
One thing that I've noticed, I mean, with 8 now, the castle or the mansion or whatever it is, like the detailing is like on another level. But it seems very similar to 7, where yes, there's like those outside moments, like they show with that big guy with like the giant hammer weapon. But it seems aside from that, you are in this castle, this mansion, like you're in like one place. And similar with 7, you are just basically in this house the whole game. I really like that. Instead of trying to like a Resident Evil 6 or a 5 or even a 4, where it's this long adventure, all these different places, they've really took it back to the core of like Resident Evil 1. There's one place you're at. It's highly detailed. There's a lot to do. There's terrors around every turn, and I think that's really interesting that they decided to scale back, and like what they're able to do with just such a small space. It makes just so much going on is impressive. And I think they announced it, unless I'm completely wrong, that this will be VR as well for 8, if not right at launch, maybe eventually.
That's
7.
really interesting to me.
No VR.
No VR for 8.
They have not announced VR.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because of the PS5.
Jake, you were saying the VR, Jake? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there will be a VR mode for 8, because 7's VR mode is definitely a reason to try VR. That'll make, if you're already scared of playing the game, if it's already like jump scary enough for you as a game itself, play it in VR.
You gotta put it next
you will
to,
not want to play in VR.
I feel like that should be, maybe that's an update they'll do later.
I think it'll eventually
PSVR 2 maybe or something, because I feel like
that would be a great thing to add when they announce the PSVR 2.
Yeah. Because the current VR is very limited. The PlayStation VR, the screens are old. Like everything about it is just old, like compared to all the other headsets around it. So I'm hoping they have that PSVR 2 ready to at least show like next year, maybe, and like 2022, possibly. And then we can start hearing about updates to games we already have, like that. Maybe Horizon gets a VR thing just out of left field, something along those lines, right? But I've been alerted that Miss Click needs to play Resident Evil 2, apparently, remake.
She hasn't played any of them.
Hasn't played any of them.
Yeah.
Why are you, I literally. That's why I'm so silent.
This is where peer pressure is a good thing. Okay, Miss Click.
Well,
you need to play Resident Evil 2.
Because the nature of my job, I can play games I've never played before, and that's the beauty of
people like watching these games get streamed too.
Is it okay? Question though, do you know? Is it a big, for those of you who know about backseating culture? Is it a big backseating culture?
Yes.
Yes.
Resident Evil. People will backseat the hell out of you on Resident Evil. Oh, that's coming up. Oh, I love this part. Oh,
so you telling me I just
go back
shouldn't
in
look
this
at
room
chat?
for this?
Yeah, go
just
back.
Don't look at chat.
You gotta let them know. Don't backseat me, because it's very scripted. Resident Evil is extremely scripted with its events. It's not like a.
So it's super spoiled. They can spoil it super easily.
Yeah, it can be spoiled very easily. Yeah,
but it's not. They're not like Resident Evil 2 isn't technically long. I mean, I guess the first time you play through it'd be longer, but the idea is you play through multiple times with different characters and different storylines for them. So
play through all of them in sequential order. You start out with Resident Evil Deadly Silence on the
no.
Then you move on to Resident Evil 2 on the N64.
You need to play Operation Raccoon City.
Then you play.
Stop.
This is the thing,
3.
though.
I guess you could do it on PC.
Resident Evil 2 remake. Start with that. You can play it on your PC. That's fine. You got the nice 3099. Do all that, and start with that. I think that's a good one.
Oh, you start with Resident Evil remake. You can play it on the Switch, PS4, Xbox One.
Which ones are?
You have to play bullshit. You have to play the original Resident Evil before you play RE remake.
No, click.
No, we don't have RE remake.
You gotta play RE5 co-op.
Oh my gosh.
You gotta do RE5 co-op so you can punch the boulder as well.
Just play Resident Evil 2 remake, see what you think, and then go from there.
You can't just go into a sequel without the origin.
Oh, who cares?
Listen. If people want to see me play Resident Evil for the first time, you gotta let me know, chat. But so far, I just don't feel like that would be good content.
It's content. It's one of those popular franchises.
Resident Evil, and you're gonna get hella people rolling through.
Well, you gotta do Resident Evil Mercenaries 3D on the 3DS. That's a good one to stream.
Okay, I'm literally not touching a handheld.
That
literally
is a fantastic game, though.
At the time, it was fun. It was shit, though.
Listen to what John said. RE2 remake, you can play that.
RE2 remake. It's always on sale.
So two, 4. What else? I mean,
you haven't played. You know what?
You don't need to play 6.
You have to play the first one.
This is
ridiculous.
How are we skipping over the first game?
Hold on.
This podcast is ludicrous right now.
I just realized right now that Miss Click has never played Resident Evil 4. That just dawned on me.
This is why I haven't gotten to it, because people always get into a civil war.
Resident Evil 2 remake, play Leon, then go to 4. Just go to 4. Skip 3. Go to 4.
Yeah, go for Veronica.
Yeah, where's the code Veronica?
John can't
go in sequential order.
He's skipping over
about the Outbreak files, guys.
Anybody else but John right now?
Resident Evil 2 remake, then go to 4.
No.
Okay.
OJ and John.
By the time you finish all that, they'll be done arguing about which one you play when. Okay.
They're skipping over a great game.
Edition pack in Japan. I need this. I
listen to Sean.
Oh my gosh.
Sean, give the game recommendation.
I'm trying to get her through a Resident Evil game. She fires up some of these old ones. She's making it like an hour, and she's gonna be like,
"She's gonna quit."
No, you can play remakes still.
No, play the Dark Side Chronicles on the Wii.
She has nothing to base it on, so she's gonna be playing games that are
other good games to base it on.
She's played other good games, and if you play this blocky ass.
That's why okay. I will concede on Resident Evil remake.
You never want to play Resident Evil. You guys are doing this shit.
You forgot the best one.
I want to play Resident Evil.
I will concede on remake. I will concede on remake.
No,
you don't know about.
You guys are
Wesker.
missing out.
If you don't know about Wesker playing Resident Evil games, you may as well not even play.
What about
Click, I need you to go get a Game Boy right now and need to play Resident Evil Guided. All right.
I'm about to
I'm to lose my mind right now.
Click just Resident Evil 2 remake.
I'm more confused. This is why I didn't want to bring it up, because I'm just more confused.
Oh my gosh.
We're just ignoring Wesker. We're just going to ignore Wesker and the whole Resident Evil franchise.
Oh my gosh. Resident Evil 2 remake. Just go with that.
We're going to ignore Barry Burton.
Anyone is. Yeah, you're not going to know who anyone is. You're not going to know the callback.
Oh my gosh.
Resident Evil movies. That's enough.
Resident Evil 2 remake right now.
I gotta watch the one. What was the cartoon one? Regenerate. No.
Oh, Regenerate.
Oh gosh. Resident Evil 2 remake is $16 on Steam right now.
But
she doesn't know what happened. She doesn't even know who the character. No, you play Resident Evil remake first.
Is a rookie. He's a rookie. He's new. That's his debut in the series. It does not matter.
You have to understand why Raccoon City's infested with zombies. He didn't just show up
during the freaking game. They tell
you get very acquainted with Wesker later on.
You have to go to the mansion. You have to see the tyrant. Otherwise, you don't know what the fuck.
I can literally see she's getting less and less interested. She's not sold.
She's like, I'm going to Silent Hill. Screw you guys.
Okay.
Now we're going the other direction.
Yeah, we'll let her go from here with what everyone said, which means she's probably not going to play it now.
Thanks for ruining Resident Evil for a new fan. You guys drove away a new fan, all of you guys.
But
I'd rather
you won't have to go through this again.
I would rather drive away a new fan than have someone come into Resident Evil and not know what the fuck they're doing. So you know what? That's fine.
Wait, hold on a minute.
Just watch the movies. It covers everything.
No, hold on. We let Sean.
What you said makes no damn sense.
Wait a minute. We let Sean into the Hitman community with open arms here, and all of a sudden he's saying what goes where with Resident Evil.
Because I have played a Hitman game before. I at least know what's going on with it.
Do you know the whole story of why he's bald? Do you know why
he gives a fuck about the overarching story? Hot take. When I was playing the game on the Switch, I skipped all of the story bullshit because I didn't give up about Agent 47. Who cares about this?
He escaped from a grocery store. That's why there's a barcode on the back.
Who cares about this man?
Just go, Sean. Just go watch the Hitman movie. It'll get you filled in.
There's 2 Hitman movies.
Who directed it? Was it Uwe Boll?
They're both bad. No, but they're both bad.
Yeah, they're both terrible. Timothy Oliphant.
They are both really bad. They are both really bad.
I'm gonna go cry now. Thank you.
It's okay.
Evan, what's our shout out for Discord?
From Snoopy, he says, so by the time you're reading this, it'll be my birthday, and I just wanted to thank you all for years of content, last year especially. Seriously, thank you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Okay.